Hello everybody. Welcome to another log, gamer log, as it were. I am psyguyorami. We're doing a bit of another show off. I gotta clean off this mat. Um, a couple of notes. I wanted to share that I have shown these games before, but not quite in this format, and I wanted to give you all some details, go into a little bit more history on these. It'll be PlayStation 1 games. Currently have five. I used to have so much more back in my 20s. I'm 40 now, so I'm trying to reclaim some of that. But, as an adult, you have finances, bills to pay, so on and so forth. So, there's that. Um, I also wanted to note that videos like this, I love doing this. I love showing off collections, sharing memories, so on and so forth. I'm a gamer, so the collection aspect is going to come first because I mean, let's face it, who doesn't like to show off their video games or save files or Pokemon or cards or comics, so on and so forth. So, that is a phrase I say a lot. So on and so forth. But anyway, I really enjoy doing this format for the books, the comics, strategy guides, everything. So I wanted to do this. I'll do it in more in the future for games as well. Um, so what we're gonna do is, again, I just want to say, these games and the PlayStation family of consoles impacted my life in a big way. They helped me through some tough times, give me some great times, and they continue to do so. So let's go ahead and start with a game that started a legacy, aside from the PlayStation consoles, that really impacted my life. Okay, so the first game, a couple of notes on this one, Final Fantasy Origins. Um, One, this is greatest hits copy. They came out last year. I'll tell you how that's possible. Um, I really want the black label. I used to have it, but due to financial reasons and a bit of a rough part of my life, a bit of a rough patch, I had to sell it, which sucks. But this is a greatest hits copy. However, it is a recent greatest hits copy because they sold these last year. It was either 2023 or 2024. You'll notice this disc did not have a black back. The data area like regular PlayStation games do. That's because this was sold directly from the Square Enix website, and the black coloring or format of the PlayStation discs is, I believe, patented or trademarked by Sony. So they weren't able to use that, but it was still a great find. Again, I wish I had the black label, but I mean, this game combines the best of the first two Final Fantasy games. I mean, I say best, but it was the first two. War of the Light Saga, it's a cornerstone. Um, I can't help but feel nostalgic as I think about these games. The original introduced me to the job classes. Obviously, those were a bit iconic. Final Fantasy II kind of spoke to me because there was vengeance and friendship. Um, and these this started a legacy of Final Fantasy, which influenced a lot of stuff nowadays and way back then, especially games like Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger, which I believe was done by the same company, so that makes sense. I think SquareSoft did. That's the other thing too. You'll notice it says Square Enix. The original says SquareSoft, I believe. Not the original games, but the original Final Fantasy Origins game. So yeah. Anyway, there's all that. Let's go and jump to the next one, but start it all. And of course, I have my sealed copy of the NES copy of Final Fantasy, a treasure of mine. All right, so next, Final Fantasy VIII, and this is a black label copy. So, Squall and Renoa, obviously that's a romance. That's uh, right up there with Tifa and Cloud or Eris and Cloud. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Tifa and Cloud. Um, it also entered the game's junction system. It was fucking phenomenal for me. This is my Final Fantasy, if I'm being honest. This one and 16 and there's another one there, but I can't think about it because I'm dead tired. But it's it's a cinematic experience that didn't just raise the bar for storytelling, I think, for games back in this era, but there was so much emotional depth for the characters. It's like a tragic opera, um, and just haunting melodies, man, and the soundtrack. Jeez, it's just so awesome. Of course, it's a Final Fantasy game, so the soundtrack being phenomenal is a staple. But I'm not gonna lie. The same can be said for the last game in this video as well, even more so, actually, but we'll get to that. Look, honestly, this is the roughest looking game I have in my collection. Um, you'll notice too, Black Label, for those that know or don't know, but it's got the greatest hits format discs. The original discs are white, and they're not mirrored like these are. The discs are in decent condition. They're not horrible. They do have some scratches. I had these in storage for years, and you'll notice there's also no instruction manual. Also, this is loose, sadly. And then there's these. Those are 4 discs, man. I mean, hundreds of hours. I think it was close to 125 hours of playthrough. Um, the story behind this one and why it's so rough. Um, I got this copy after I had to sell the one in my collection for Final Fantasy, for financial reasons, just like it had to do with Origins. It came into my job about a week after I had to sell the other one, and I had to grab it. I mean, I was just defeated for having to sell my original. Now, I will eventually get the disc case switched out with a decent one, but it's hard to find these specialized cases locally. So, I'm going to need to go on Amazon, but at the same time, it's been kind of rough to want to even touch this because I don't know. I feel like some of the spirit in my original lies in this one, but at the same time, my first one was the original. So I got a brand new when it first came out. But moving on, let's go ahead and jump into the next one, which is Final Fantasy related as well, but in a different way. Okay, one special note, or one note about this video, because we're about on the in between at this point. We got a few more games to go. This is going to be a bit longer than I liked, but I'm a little hyper. I'm also tired, so I'm kind of running the gamut here with my energy. But Ehrgeiz, God bless the ring. Um, I had some notes that I wrote down because my brain is tired. Um, it's you know, it's a unique blend of RPG and fighting. It's like Final Fantasy VII meets Tekken, basically. The fighting system is really cool. It is 3D. It's not like Street Fighter. It's not flat screen, but it's in 3D environments. Hey, you can see me. Um, everything's perfect. I got this as a gift from a friend that passed away a while back. He had heart problems. But no, it's you knock opponents to the ground, you can summon powerful allies, destroy certain parts of the battle zone, run around freely in the battle zones, and it's just great. It's a nod and a step forward at the time, a nod to the games that came before it and that influenced it, and it was a step forward. I think, I mean, I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. It was an influence on games like Final Fantasy Dissidia. I think this was a bit of a testing of the waters. It may not have hit its way back in the day. It may not have really paved the way, but I do think it did some good. I mean, I liked it. I loved it. I wanted some more of it. I tried real hard, but I couldn't rise above it. I don't remember ever fully beating the game, to be honest. But damn if I didn't enjoy it. All right, so this one, Darkstalkers 3, and you have Morgan there on the cover. To note, there are a couple of cases. This, I believe, was It's a bit of a re-release because they originally had the longboard cases, like the tall cases when PlayStation first came out, um, and that is hard to find. It's also expensive. But I need to give a special shout out to Lady Salak for getting this for me. It was just very cool. If you don't know anything about Darkstalkers, think vampires, werebeasts, and succubi. Um, Basically, Street Fighter meets Castlevania. Spooky, sexy, and satisfying. I mean, really, in a lot of ways. It's rated T for teen because of, I mean, it's dark mythical creatures. I mean, you can tell by the cover alone how Morgan's dressed and her holding a skeleton. Anyway, this look for Morgan though didn't really take. I don't think because she looks nothing like that except for the hair. But even the hair changed a bit. The outfit remained the same for the most part. But anyway, it's just great. It's got a darkness system and it's got like a gothic flair that set it apart from Street Fighter. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. Like I said, I'm tired, but I wanted to do this video, and I've shown it before, but I'll show it again. Um, Everything's basically perfect. I mean, I'm having so much trouble tonight. There we go. It's just great condition. There's the underside. A few scratches, but nothing horrible. And the instruction manual. So, just great, man. And again, I can't thank Lady Salak enough for this. It was such a great find and an awesome gift. All right, so Parasite Eve again, one I have shown here on the channel. This game, it's like Final Fantasy VIII. It's haunting. When you complete it, you swear you just played Final Fantasy and Resident Evil hybrid. Squaresoft went in on this one. The cinematic opening alone is masterpiece. It blends live action and CGI to an extent, and it's just great. Ayabra's battle against Eve is intense as it is eerie. It didn't really scare the pants off me, but it stands tall with games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. I know that's saying a lot, but it's true, and I will die on this hill. Um, it really did. It's just a phenomenal game. It's in a lot better condition than Final Fantasy VIII. This is a bit weak, like Final Fantasy VIII, but it's still got the instruction manual, which is great. The soundtrack, just like a Final Fantasy soundtrack, is amazing. This also still has a collector's CD with Xenogears, uh, Musashi, Bushido Blade 2, Final Fantasy 8. So this is really cool. This is my original game. This is my original. I got this back in the day, and it is one of the best taken care of games in my collection. Now, it's not to say I don't take care of the games in my collection. I do. But this was in storage for I don't know how long, to be honest. It didn't come out of the same box as Final Fantasy 8, but man, I remember finding it. And I was like, yeah, gotta have it. Actually, I think I posted um, on the YouTube feed, either on the YouTube feed or in the Discord, this box when I found it. So it was amazing, and I love this game. I never played two. Oh, I'll admit, I never played two, but it's just an amazing game, and I love it. I really do. Um, I will say this: I think it's scarier than Dino Crisis, and to some people that may be controversial, but to others, they'd probably agree with me. Okay, so as we wrap up, we're at the end here. Um, I want to say I can't help but feel some slight longing. I'm sure some gamers feel it. Um, it's experiencing these games for the very first time. Now, that's not to downplay their replay experience because each of these have terrific replay ability. But, it's one of those things, man. It's one of those I you think back and it was just such a fucking awesome experience to play these for the first time. And I miss it. That's why I have memories, replay, and just such phenomenal moments, and I can't wait to add to this with games that I had phenomenal moments throughout the years. And of course, I'll show them in videos like this and share them. Oh, right. Yeah, there's one more. My bad. Bit of a special bonus. Okay, so Street Fighter Alpha 2 for Super Nintendo. Obviously not a PlayStation game. This game is a bit rough. It's obviously got some wear, but it's still got the original backing. It is a bit dirty, but man, it's awesome. So, Street Fighter Alpha 2, you go from 32-bit to 16-bit. Um, it, this was the introduction game for a few characters, either Ryu, Sagat, and there was even a M Bison in here, but I don't think it was a regular M Bison. It was a younger M Bison. Now, to note, I did not buy this game for the reason either because Sakura was first introduced in this game. She is one of my mains in Marvel vs. I can't talk, man. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but still, it's a nice bonus. I originally thought Sakura was introduced in rival schools, but nope, Street Fighter Alpha 2. Um, I had played Alpha 3 before Alpha 2, but I had to scoop this one when I saw it. I got it for about 60, give or take. Not a horrible price. I do need to clean it a bit more, and the sticker is rough, but still, it's a good find. All right, well, that's gonna wrap everything up. Thank you all for hanging out. I'll have more of these coming up for other games and new finds because let's be honest, I've been doing more of these than actual playing games here on the channel the last few weeks. Feel free to comment. Let me know some of your favorite moments if you played these. And again, forgive the format. I don't have a professional setup to do this. This is a hobby, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay sane. Remember, you're awesome. Never with royalty otherwise. And at some point, I'll figure out a way to do this format where I can actually show my face. I need two cameras to do that though, but this is one of my better cameras. It's older, but it's awesome. See you later.